Hello everyone. Pardon my sniffle. I had a cold, maybe allergies, maybe both. It's better than it was. Anyway, today we are looking at the Synthrotek Sequence 8. You can see it here. It's part of this complicated patch that I have been putting together while I was sick this week. Anyway, the Sequence 8 is kind of at the center of all this mess, if you can see it back there. And basically it's an 8-step sequencer. For those of you unfamiliar with the concept of analog sequencing, basically it has an internal clock, or you can clock it externally. And every time it receives a clock pulse, it steps to the next of these 8 steps, and it will do it in sequence. And each step has a knob that you use to set a voltage, and it sends out that voltage amount. Now this particular one has 3 outputs, and each of the outputs has an attenuator on it, so they can be scaled differently. If you set the thing at maximum, then its full range is from 0 to 5 volts. But at 1 volt per octave standard, that's 5 octaves. So if you want a little bit finer control, you can turn down these attenuators and give it just a 1 octave range, or any range that you please. With 3 outputs, I thought, hey, I could have 3 differently scaled outputs running from the same sequence, controlling 3 different oscillators, and I might be able to like change chords if I really did it right. Well, I'm not sure I did it right, but I do have 3 oscillators now that are volt per octave controllable. Actually, here is now that's being gated from grids, which is controlled by the master clock from the sequencer running through the quad clock distributor. And I have it multiplied so that grids is running at an acceptable speed for me. And the sequencer output 1 is controlling the pitch of Warp's internal oscillator. Next is where is this going? Okay, oscillator 1 of the Lifeforms SV1. And then the next output is controlling Lifeforms oscillator 2. I've got a bunch of triggering and modulation stuff happening that is controlling the low-pass filter of the Lifeforms, also modulating the timbre of the wave folding algorithm on Warps. And I'm also using triggers, mainly generated by grids, to create a rhythm track going through the Pico DSP. And yeah, my rhythm section sounds like that. Let's combine it with chords. Now I've got extra modulators. The Synthrotek Chaos NAND on channel 2 of warps, so if I turn that up, adds a little bit of metallicness to that. And then I can add some LFO to the frequency modulation of Lifeform's oscillator 2, and then oscillator 2 frequency modulates oscillator 1, and then another LFO modulating the pitch shift delay of the DSP. And then I can start changing values of steps in the sequence. Get rid of some of this modulation so you can hear that. And I can widen the range. Maybe not that one. Sequence8 has a random orchestra stuff. I haven't figured this out. It will sort of shuffle through and stop quasi-randomly, and I haven't figured out how that works or really what to use it for yet. It's like that. You could also flip it to hold, and then it will step manually through the sequence. Anyway, that's about all the time I've got this week. Thanks for watching. And oh, don't forget, you can give me money at ko-fi.com/Tagario, or I've got music for sale at drphlogiston.bandcamp.com. Or if you don't have any money, click that like button. That would help me out a lot. And subscribe. See you next time.